So now I'm making you host. You
Okay.
can make me co-host.
Right, I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
And I
begin.
think you can, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. Namaste, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the daily Gentle Yoga with Hatha Yoga component. Gentle Yoga is designed to be palliative or preventive, which means these practices can have therapeutic effects, but they are primarily designed as preventive measures. Practices include gentle physical movements, breathing, mantras, and meditation. They're extremely beneficial in reducing the stress and increasing the communication of different body's organ systems. They also stimulate better immune system and body's repair mechanism. Please follow the following suggestions for maximum benefit. You can do sitting on the floor or on a chair for many of the postures. Sit comfortably and keep your back straight for all sitting postures. Do these practices gently, smoothly, and without jerks. Slower the practice, greater the benefit. Make sure the breathing is slow and smooth. Become aware of the part of the body you're exercising. Gently close your eyes and bring your awareness inwards so that your experience is deeper. There should not be any pain or strain of any kind. If you do experience any pain, please stop immediately and seek clarification. Please note, liability is entirely yours. For your information, there are 2 gentle yoga sessions offered every day, 7 days a week, free of charge, 7 a.m. Eastern Time and 5:30 p.m. Both of these sessions are recorded and available on the YouTube channel Life in Yoga Rajan. You can get links to these sessions and much more information on the homepage lifeinyoga.org. And remember to share this information with family, friends, and others so people may benefit and have a blessed day. And we are very fortunate to have Rajanji today with us, and he will do the chakras, and then he also will talk about spinal alignment. Is that right, Narayan?
Yes. Just make sure this is better. Yeah. You have a better this thing. Okay. No. Slightly. Okay. So you can hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you very well. Yes.
Namaste, everyone. Once in a while, since we decided that we will start this new session, it was necessary to actually do a kind of a way for new people to join in. So that is why we are having this session. So let's begin as usual with 3 ohms, and then we'll talk a little bit further. Take a deep breath in. So let's focus and within and observe ourselves. This session has an element of Hatha Yoga in it, even though it is a little gentle. And the main focus of what we are going to discuss today is the physical elements, not the pranayam, not the meditation, not even the chakra vibration. But then we cannot go on to doing anything physical until there is, you can say it in different ways, loosening of the muscles in the body, or you can call it as flow of blood in all parts of the body, or you can call it as the mobilization of energy in your body and your muscles and joints. Because without that, if you do any physical practice, it can create injuries. And in this weather where it has become a little cold, if you do anything that is in the conventional Hatha Yoga element, where you hold a posture and you hold it firm there for a little while, and by mistake you put in a little bit more effort than is just perfect to stimulate, you can very quickly end up doing a little bit of, you can get an injury from doing that. So for Hatha Yoga practice in particular, we always recommend that if it is in the morning hours where you are woken up within the last 1 hour and the body is a little stiff, then it's a good idea to have a hot shower or a bath or something whereby the body has and the muscles have warmed up a little because of the hot water. So that is a guidance that is universally applicable. And just in case people didn't do it, we need to have some other way in which we can deal with it. And what we do is, there are different ways to mobilize energy in the body. And one way is slow joint rotations. Another way is like doing Kapalbhati, which warms up the body. So, but in any case, we will go through the chakra vibration first and then continue the discussion. So, bring your awareness to the perineum, and as we squeeze at the perineum, we do Lam, pressing on the little finger with the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Release the fingers. Continue. Last time. Bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum, behind the pubic area. As you draw in there, we do Vam, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. Release the fingers, continue. Excuse me. Last time. I neglected to mention that when we do any of these practices, there is a group effect simply being in the group. When you can increase the group effect by mentally thinking of everyone who is over here within you. That is called forming the group consciousness. And it can be very powerful because each one's energy is going to impact the others. So as a group, it will help everyone. So if you have not already done so, mentally think of everyone inside you. So let's proceed to the navel. Behind the navel, focus there, and we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Ram. 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 Ahem. Ram. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Ram. 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 How many people could feel warmth come into you from doing this? Very nice. So the what we are seeing over here is this is the Manipura chakra, and the Manipura chakra is the one that has the fire element. And in fact, these kind of practices alone are actually stimulating and working on the energy in the body. So you have another good way to do this. So let's continue. So bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and there we do yum, pressing on the index finger. Yum. Yum. Release the fingers. Continue. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Hum. Release the hand. Continue. Last time. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Release the hand. Continue. Last time. Top of the middle of the head, we do Om again, thumbs up, loose fist. Om. Release the hand, continue. Last time. Now, Ratna, right at the bottom of your screen, you will have a record button.
Yeah.
Press the record button. It will record it in high quality video in Zoom.
Just a minute, hold on. Let me find it. In the in the more button. Okay, record to the cloud. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So let's continue. Now, you can all observe within the chakra vibration itself had a warm-up component. So now, today being normally you would do Ujjayi Pranayam after this. However, today we will do a different practice because we want to explain the physical elements of the Hatha Yoga system that we do. Many of you may know that the principal document of Hatha Yoga is Swatma Rama's Hatha Yoga Pradipika. It has chapters in it. And in the 4 chapters, if you look in terms of the practice elements, the first chapter focuses on our alternate nostril breathing that is called Nadi Shodhana and the asanas. The Nadi Shodhana and asanas are considered the preparatory step to go to the next level. In the Nadi Shodhana, so very often in the approach to do a proper yoga session, the first thing that is called for is to bring internal focus of the mind and the body and to settle the body into calmness. So many yoga schools, of course, chanting is one way to do it, but many yoga schools do the alternate nostril breathing as the first practice before you get further. Then they go into the asanas. In the second chapter of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it deals with the Shat Kriyas and the pranayama elements. When it deals, the Shat Kriyas are, you're familiar with some of it, starting from the head down to the bottom. For the eyes, it is Tratak. For the nose and the respiratory side, it is the Neti. And the esophagus and the stomach is Dhauti. And then the intestine, small intestine area is Nauli. The large intestine and the rectum is Basti. And Kapalabhati is for the whole thing. And these are considered cleansing practices, physical cleansing. Now, after along with that, the pranayama elements come in. And the pranayama elements are distinctly 8 different pranayamas called kumbhakas in the Hatha Yoga tradition of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So they are different from the alternate nostril breathing. Then in the 3rd chapter, it discusses what is called mudras and bandhas. And the mudras don't involve any finger mudras. It is all about various body positions and bandhas and holdings that can stimulate in the Hatha Yoga system, as it says. They call about all this kundalini raising and all of this, but those are inherited from a tradition where much of it is people's own imagination and not necessarily the people have experienced who have said it. So we can skip that part. Then the last chapter goes into the meditative aspect. In the Hatha Yoga system, the highest meditation is silence in the mind. They call it as experiencing shunyata. That is, there is a complete blankness, quietness. And the Hatha Yoga system actually calls blankness in the mind as samadhi. And that is not how we understand it from the Yoga Sutras. From the Yoga Sutras, the blankness in the mind is what is called nirodha parinama. And from there, our connectivity into Ishvara, the cosmic intelligence, is called samadhi parinama. And from there, when whatever we mentally ask, we get back as intuitive answers, that is called ekagrata parinama. So the Hatha Yoga system is not what you would call the highest level of system of with respect to yoga. It is more focused on the physical cleansing as the beginning process. So as you saw the 4 chapters of the progression of the Hatha Yoga system, so here, since we are integrating it with the Tantra system, we use the chakra vibration. And the chakra vibration, because it clears the chakras, it activates the Sushumna Nadi. In the process, each chakra has the Apana Vayu and the Vyana Vayu connected into the physical elements of the body. And of course, the chakras along the Sushumna Nadi integrates your being in the body with its cosmic purpose. So there is complete balance. Your dharma is flowing through it, your swadharma. So now you can already feel after doing this 20 minutes of this chakra vibration, you feel the body loosened up and warm. But even then, we like to be a little bit safe and do gentle joint mobilization exercises as a way to make sure that we don't injure ourselves in any way. A key element of asana practices is spinal alignment. Why spinal alignment? Because from the yogic tradition, the spine is the often we call it in the exact tradition, we say it is the channel of the Mukhya Prana. It's the Mukhya Prana Nadi that regulates the vitality in the system. In a misunderstood and a wrong understanding of various Tantra elements of this system, they also call that as the path of the Sushumna Nadi. That is not correct. And so given that understanding now, what we do is vitality is the most important component in our body. If our body-mind system being in balance means the Sushumna Nadi is in balance after the chakra vibration, if we are able to optimize the vitality, that means there is enough energy and it is flowing in all parts of the body, it can repair all the needed elements in the body. So in other words, when you don't have a chronic issue and you're doing yoga practice as a way to maintain your health, vitality alone is the most important thing. Being in sync with the cosmic flow, with the chakra vibration and vitality alone. That is why spinal alignment is very important. From a physiological perspective, the brain and the spine constitute the central nervous system. And the job of the central nervous system is to sense how much energy needs are there in each part of the body. And in the body, energy is produced by sugar and oxygen. And so accordingly, what does it do? Sugar and oxygen are carried by the blood. So accordingly, the brain is able to give commands to the cardiorespiratory system, that is at how much you're going to breathe to make sure there is enough oxygen coming in. And of course, from all the food you've eaten, the sugar elements are already there in the body, and to send it to each part of the body, the heart is controlled so that circulation is good enough to go wherever it needs to. So you can see both from the tradition of yoga as well as from the side of physiology, we can see why spinal alignment is so important. And that is why in yoga it is often said you're as old as your spine. If your spine degenerates, you will lose vitality, right? So now that is the most important element of asana or physical practices. But there are many more things that are important when we do this. Second element is joint mobility. Joints can become stiff as you age. So mobilizing the joints is very important to make sure there are enough signals coming, to make sure there is enough blood flowing. A third element is flexibility. What happens is, lot of people, actually the most important element of it is pelvic flexibility, but flexibility overall, what happens is, as people don't keep the flexibility into the system, they bend to do something or somewhere they extend, suddenly they have a muscle pull, and that stays with them for a long time. So by making sure your flexibility, you prevent these kind of problems from happening. And that is why daily yoga practice is needed. Now, the next element related to the asana and physical practice is strengthening of the muscles and bones. And for that, you need to put pressure over there. And what are called isometric exercises, like many of you are very, familiar with it. When you do the bhujangasana, the cobra pose, you push on the hands and you lift up and you stay there. And when you do the parvatasana, when the Surya Namaskar, where you lift up and stretch over there, so there again you do it. So what happens is, all of these elements together add to the physical dimensionality of the asana related practices. By doing this, what happens? You have now stimulated the body with enough energy, and now there is energy that is permeated in the physical being that allows you to proceed to pranayama, which increases the energy even more and balances everything, so that you can be ready for meditation. So, keeping that in mind, let's now go and approach it in a conservative way. Today we will have only time for our asana practice. So, the first we want to do is, even though the chakra vibration has done many things and normally we would be doing Ujjayi Pranayama over here, we'll skip that and let's go to the neck. The neck is a very important element for various reasons. And of course, it is the carrier of the spinal column, going through connection from the neck. If there is any damage done to the neck, then of course, everything down will get paralyzed. If the neck is broken, the body becomes paralyzed. So, stimulating the neck is important for that one reason. But there is many more reasons for it. There are very important blood vessels that are going to the brain from here. The brain is the biggest consumer of energy in the body. Even in the most relaxed state, the brain takes 20% of the blood flow going that the heart generates. But when you are focused in doing some work in a very focused and an active way, up to 50% of the blood is going to the brain. When you are in a panic situation, the amount of blood that goes into the brain and the motor nerves for you to run or whatever to do, it becomes more than the brain takes like 70-80% of it, and the motor nerves to run or whatever take the remaining amount of it. So what happens is there is no more energy for the other functionality other than the heart pumping. And so what happens is that is the time people lose control of muscles that hold normal functionality. Like in that state, people without realizing they defecate or urinate because the muscles are unable to hold the bladder or the rectum, right? So this is the importance of the neck and the brain. The blood flow has to be good enough there. The main arteries over here are called the carotid arteries. And if the carotid arteries get clouded or occluded, as they say, that is, deposits come in there, then there will be a natural tendency for the blood pressure to increase, because there are some receptors over here that look to see that there is enough blood flow going to the brain, called the baroreceptors. And the baroreceptors immediately send the signal, increase the blood pressure so that more blood can go to the brain. So now you can imagine when a person is stressed and there is more demand for the blood in the brain, then what happens? The blood pressure increases. That is why people will say when people have high blood pressure and it stays like that all the time, that is because they're stressed all the time. Learn to de-stress and the blood pressure comes down. So let's begin with the simplest of exercises for the neck. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently tilt your head. Bring one ear towards one shoulder. And why is this very important? It extends the carotid on one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tilt towards the other side. It extends the carotid on the other side. Continue. Inhale, come back. Exhale, continue. Usually when these are done as a warm-up kind of an exercise, we do it for about 20 breaths. So when you do this in a focused way, these practices can be very time-consuming. But as you work with yoga on a regular basis, you might find doing it lesser times, or this can become integrated with other practices that you do. Last exhalation, we did only about 10 breaths. Now, the next important element is making sure the neck muscles that are holding the spine that is flowing through the neck, the cervical vertebra, they are in good shape. So we initially begin as you exhale, bring the chin down. Inhale, take the head as far back as you can. Exhale down. Inhale, go as far back as you can. Observe how slow the breath is. Slower the better, because it brings calmness in the system. But don't make it artificially slow. Simply by letting the exhalation happen without even thinking of it, it can be slow. Whereas the inhalation is active, take as deep a breath as you can. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now from this exhale posture, chin down at the chest, we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle. Last exhalation. Now we go reverse. Because I want to demonstrate as much as we can. I'm not probably doing as many breaths as needed in each of these, because this is primarily a demonstration and teaching session. Now, most of you should feel a high level of relaxation in the neck. Now, we continue to the shoulder rotation, because the neck and the shoulder areas are all connected. So inhale, lift up the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And those of you who know the Ujjayi Pranayama, if you wish to integrate the Ujjayi Pranayama with this, feel free to do it. I neglected to mention that in yoga it is extremely important that our spine should always be straight. So for this reason, it is always recommended that for people who are unable to keep it straight, keep a lumbar support, back support, but keep the back straight. What is the lumbar support? Very simple. If you roll a towel or mat and lean forward and push it under your butt, that will give you a little bit of a support. That will enable the entire spine to stay a little straighter with ease. Now, typically, backward rotation alone is good enough, because people more often, their lifestyles tend to go forward, and this is what is needed to take care. When you're doing with your hands and things, you're letting the front work, so this is what you need to compensate. Now let's go on to the next element of the spinal alignment. Bring your hands behind the back, get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in. Pull back the shoulders, expand the chest. And as you exhale, turn the head to the left and hold that position. Inhale and exhale. And observe the sensations you feel in the neck and all the other places. Normally, in all of these positions, as I said, 20 breaths, but we will do about 10. 20 breaths will usually in slow deep breathing, in normal breathing, would be somewhere between 1.5 to 2 minutes. Holding that position is important in the Hatha Yoga tradition. Doing lesser number of asanas and doing them right is probably more beneficial. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist the entire spine to the left. Inhale and exhale and observe the sensations within. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist even further, and the same exhalation, come back facing the front as you inhale. In the next exhalation, turn the head to the right. Stay there, observing the sensations within. Inhale and exhale. Now take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the right even further. The entire spine is twisted. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist even further to the right, and the same exhalation, and then as you inhale, come back to the front. I change my position here because the outside light is coming, so just for better visual. Now, let's continue. Keeping your hands, which is in the back, gently release your hands and place it on the floor behind you. The fingers pointing forward. Now, take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, inhale, lift up the hips from the floor and make a backward arch. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Take another deep breath in and lift your hip even higher and make the backward arch even more. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly come down. Now, once again, get hold of the elbows behind you. Lift up the chin, pull back the shoulders. As you inhale and as you exhale, lean forward. Take a slow, deep breath in and come back up. Now, you can release your hands from behind and we can go on to the next set of the spinal twisting. Cross one leg over the
There's a
opposite
question
knee.
that we want to answer. Tatiana has raised her hand. Can she ask a question?
Go ahead.
When we turn head to the left, do we keep it 90 degrees to the neck or do we tilt it back?
That's a wrong question. The right answer is you do it to your ability as much as you can stretch comfortably. There is no required position to attain.
Thank
The
you.
purpose is to stretch.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's cross one leg over the opposite knee. Get hold of the knee on the top with both your hands. Pull this in towards the chest and turn your head the other way. And in this, what are we doing? In the earlier cycle, the hips and the lower legs were not as much involved, and now this is getting involved in the sideward twist. Now, extend the opposite hand. I have my right leg crossed over the left knee, so I extend my left hand and hold the right knee and release the right hand and go behind. And twist as much as you can. I do want to mention something about the question that Tatiana asked. There is one school of yoga, that is the Iyengar school of yoga, that pays very much attention to one position and alignment. And in fact, what it is from a larger perspective of yoga, while we know that, alignments are helpful in stimulating energy flow, forced elements always creates unwanted risk, and the purpose of yoga is not physical. It is eventually about spiritual elevation and spiritual realization. So that is why, other than that one yoga school, none of the other yoga schools go to that degree where you have to attain a particular position, even with force, or you have to maintain that. It's all about stimulation as opposed to a specific goal.
I only ask to prevent injury.
Yes. To prevent injury, the key part is you never force anything. each person within their capacity, gentle stimulation. So most of you should be good this far. Now, some of you may have the flexibility to do this with ease. Only if you have the ability to do it, otherwise you don't need to. Bring the left hand holding the right knee under the right knee and hook it with the right hand from behind. And if you can hook it, you can twist even more. If you are unable to reach it, don't try it. Simply keep the right hand on the floor behind you and stay there. Inhale and exhale. Remember, if you cannot stay in a position for 20 breaths and you find yourself strained, it means you have overstretched, and that's a bad idea. There is a big difference between stimulation and straining. Stimulation without strain is the goal of what we do here. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, try to twist a little bit more. And as you inhale, come back to the front, and we cross over the other leg. Once again, get hold of the left knee with the right hand. Turn the head. Take another deep breath in. Take the left hand behind and twist even further. And those of you who can do it, take the right hand under the left knee and hook it with the left hand from behind and twist a little bit more. And if the hands don't connect, don't do it. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist a little bit more. And as you inhale, come back to the front. Now, bring the soles of the feet together. And
And I have a question. The Markatasana also gives benefits that of Ardha Matsyendrasana, right?
To some degree, but not the same. Because in the Ardha Matsyendra, there is a compression of the belly that happens. It's much more than you can get in Markatasana. And the compression of the belly, according to the Bihar school of yoga, they say that people who can do this Ardha Matsyendra like this, they will not get diabetes because it stimulates the pancreas. I think it is a general claim, and we cannot assume that it is the case in every case. Okay.
Okay. I do Markatasana quite often. What are the that we hold the pose and so on, but that has also a benefit on the lower limbs and the
Absolutely, the hip area, it has substantial benefits, and the spine. Okay. So keep your feet together, take a deep breath in, lift up the chin and pull up the shoulders. Inhale and exhale into the sensations you're feeling of the stretched spine. Try to bring the knees as close towards the floor as possible. Become aware of this stretch in the thighs and the hips. Take a deep breath in again, and as you exhale, start leaning forward. Keep the chin up throughout. Even if you lean forward 5 degrees, you will feel the stretch everywhere. That's good enough. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Keep the chin up. Don't let the chin drop. As you stay longer, you'll find gravity itself is helping you to come a little bit lower. The 5 degrees can become 10 degrees and 15 degrees, but whatever you attain, that's good enough. If you continuously practice this, you'll find the belly will come all the way right where the soles of the feet are joining, and that's okay if you're able to do it. If you're not able to do it, don't worry. Slowly inhale and come up. Now, we will do the slow Surya Namaskar as another demonstration of our spinal alignment, as well as the we have already done the joint mobility. We should have done mobility of the hands too, at the wrist, which I didn't do. But in any case, as we do these other exercises, you'll get stimulation there as well. So let's begin with the standing up. And as you stand up, let's see, is that better? Yes, you'll be able to see better. Very nice. So stand up, keep the feet shoulder width apart, inside of the feet parallel to each other. Let's see, this is. Yes, this is even better. Let's make it a little lower. Okay. So inside of the feet parallel to each other. Bring the hands behind, get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in. As you inhale, pull back the shoulders, lift up the chin. Feel the stretch of the spine. Feel the stimulation from all the way from the bottom of the feet to the back of the head. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly come up. And with each exhalation, lean forward from the pelvis. Keep the chin up throughout and shoulder pulled back. Normally in each position, 20 breaths. I'm doing a little less today to catch up on time. As you exhale, in the next exhalation, release the hands and drop it towards the floor. As you drop your hands to the floor, if the palms don't touch the floor, bend your knees as necessary so that you can have the palms firmly on the floor in front of you by the side of the feet that are there. Take now a deep breath in. Take the left leg back as far back as you can. And many of you will find it comfortable to bring the knee onto the floor. And from that place, inhale and bring your hands to your right knee, right thigh. If you find you can keep your knees up and keep the balance, you can stay that way. That is fine. Now, take another deep breath in, raise your hands and look up. Oh, by the way, one important fifth component of the asana that I failed to mention is balance within the system, physical balance. As you exhale, bring the hands down, take the right leg back to join the left leg and slowly come down. This physical balance is a very important component, particularly having impact on the neurological system as one ages. So, as you have come down now, rest over there, and anytime we do this slow Surya Namaskar, the purpose is different. We are focused on each of the asanas there. In normal Surya Namaskar, it is done as a warm-up exercise in the beginning, particularly in warm weather. Now take a deep breath in and lift up the chin and shoulder. Keep the palms on the floor with light pressure. Take another deep breath in. Lift up the chest. Feel a little more pressure on your palms. Now take another deep breath in and lift up even more, right from the upper part of the hip, you're fully up. Observe the muscle strengthening aspect of what we are doing here by holding this. Now, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, dig in your toes and lift up as high as you can and push your heels towards the floor. Try to keep the hands, head, and the trunk of the body in one line. Now take a deep breath in, and we want to bring the left leg forward. Many of you will find it easier to bring the right knee onto the floor as you bring the left leg forward. And look up. Now take a deep breath in. Bring your hands to your thighs, left thigh, and come up. So observe the balance you feel. Take a deep breath in, raise the hands and look up. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the front and let the right leg join the left leg. Now, take a deep breath in, raise your hands up, and go as far back as you can. And then as you inhale, bring the hands to the chest. We need relaxation time after we do asanas. And in the Hatha Yoga system, we do it with Shavasana and part by part relaxation. So let's go straight into the part by part relaxation. So you can lie down on the floor.
And just a question, usually we also do standing exercise, asanas like either Trikonasana or the
Yes, for
Virabhadrasana.
sideward bending. And what we have done over here is limited part of that. But all of that are generally additional this thing because we are demonstrative over here.
I understand, but I just wanted to ask you, they're beneficial for your balance as well as neurological strength, right?
Balance as well as flexibility. Sideward flexibility is different.
Okay.
And in the Hatha Yoga system, the concept of stimulating organ systems when you do them is very important because by putting pressure and release on various organ systems, they are also thought to be stimulated.
Okay, thank you.
And that is why when they say do Ardha Matsyendra impacts the this pancreas or whatever people have their thoughts about it. Okay, so let's lie down. And as you lie down, you want to make sure you keep yourself warm in a relaxation. Typically, when people start to feel coolness come in the body, that indicates the nadis are opened. When you stretch and you feel warmth, it is the cleansing process of the nadis. And when you are simply feeling the chill or the cold, it means it is the nadis have been cleansed, and that is why you're feeling cool. You want to keep the feet slightly apart and so loose. The ankles should be so loose that the feet are just gently hanging there. And you want your hands by the side of yourself, and they can be in one of many positions. This is the most preferred, the Shavasana that people do. People can also keep the hands above like this. Both are equally restful position. Whatever makes it more comfortable for you. Focus on your breath. And as you inhale, feel the awareness go upward towards the head. And as you exhale, feel the awareness go towards the feet. Now we'll go on to part by part relaxation. Focus on the left leg. Take a deep breath in and direct the vitality going towards the left leg. Stiffen the muscles of the left leg, raise it an inch from the floor, point out the toes, twist and turn the ankle, feel the entire muscles tight from the left butt all the way to the toes. Inhale and hold the breath. Tighter and tighter. When you can no longer hold the breath, release and drop the leg on the floor. Then roll the left leg to the left and right and feel the left leg loosen substantially. Now take a slow, deep breath in again to the left leg. Observe how calm and peaceful it feels, and as you exhale, mentally tell the left leg, now you can go to sleep. Relax. Now focus on the right leg. Direct the next breath into the right leg. Tighten all the muscles, twist and turn all the muscles and tighten it. Take another deep breath in and hold the breath. Tighten all the muscles from the butt to the toes. Hold, hold. Tighten and tighten. When you can no longer hold the breath, drop the leg and roll the right leg to the left and right and make sure all the muscles there are relaxed as you inhale normally. Now take a slow, deep breath in into the right leg. Feel it revitalized, calm and peaceful. And as you exhale, let the right leg go to sleep. Now, bring the awareness to both the legs together. Slowly take a deep inhalation in. Observe how peacefully relaxed it is, and as you exhale, relax. Now we will work on the hips. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze your buttocks and raise the hips and hold it tight and tighter and hold the breath. When you can no longer hold the breath, you can drop and let the hips fall onto the floor and shake it to the left and right with normal breathing. Now take a slow, deep breath in to the hips and the legs. Observe how peaceful and relaxed they are, and as you exhale, feel it fully relaxed and mentally let it go to sleep. Forget about the hips and the legs, and now we come to the trunk of the body. Take a deep breath in, feel the belly lift up. Actually, fully exhale and feel the back sink into the floor. And hold out the breath and feel the sinking in the floor, the pressure of the back on the floor. Keep the breath out. Now, quickly inhale and feel the belly come out. And feel the chest expand as you continue to inhale. And the entire trunk of the body seems to have risen a few inches above the floor. Hold it tight like a balloon. Tighter and tighter. When you can no longer hold the breath, quickly blow out to the mouth and let the whole trunk collapse. Now, roll the trunk of the body to the left and right and make sure the trunk of the body is fully relaxed. Take a slow, deep breath into the trunk of the body and observe the lower parts of the body have gone to sleep. The trunk of the body is energized with the breath, and as you exhale, let the trunk of the body also go to sleep. Now we'll focus on the left hand. Take a deep breath in and feel the flow in through the left shoulder into the left hand. Tighten every muscle in the left hand, twist and turn, make a fist, hold it tight, raise it an inch or so from the floor. Hold it tight and tighter, hold the breath. Tighter and tighter. When you can no longer hold the breath, drop the hand to the floor and roll it to the left and right. As you breathe normally, and now take a slow, deep breath into the left hand. And as you exhale, find the left hand fully relaxed. Now let's go to the right hand. Take a deep breath, feel the vitality flowing to the right hand. Tighten all the muscles, make a fist, raise it an inch from the floor. Take a deep breath in and hold the breath and tighten the muscles even more, tighter and hold. When you can no longer hold the breath, drop the hand and roll it to the left and right as you breathe normally. Now take a slow, deep breath into the right hand. Observe it fully relax, and as you exhale, let it go to sleep. Now let's focus on the shoulder and neck. Take a deep breath in, lift up the shoulders up towards the chin, and hold the breath and lift the head an inch from the floor. And take another deep breath in and turn the head to the left. And then turn the head to the right. Lift up the shoulders, hold the breath. Tighter and tighter. When you can no longer hold the breath, drop the head on the floor and relax the shoulders. Just roll the shoulders to the left and right. And you can move the head also to the left and right. Now let's bring the attention to the face. Take a deep breath in. Actually, first, let's flush out the shoulder and the neck. Take a deep breath in into the shoulder and neck. Feel it fully revitalized. And as you exhale, let the shoulders be fully relaxed. We'll do a little bit for the neck one more time along with the head. Take a deep breath in into the neck and head. Tighten all the muscles in the face, bring the lips together, tighten the lips, squish your eyes, pull in your ears, your cheek muscles, everything. Lift up the head an inch from the floor. Take a deep breath in again and Turn the head to the left and hold everything tight. Another deep breath in and turn to the right and hold the breath. Straighten the head. Another deep breath. Tighten all the muscles in the head. Hold it tight. When you can no longer hold the breath, let the head drop. Loosen all the muscles in the head. And roll the head and the neck to the left and right. Now take another slow, deep breath into the neck and head. Feel it fully relax. And as you exhale, let it also go to sleep. Now follow the breath. As you inhale, feel it come up. And as you exhale, if you try to go down, it doesn't seem to go down very much. And if you observe the breath doesn't want to be deep. It doesn't want to seem to breathe at all. Be in that state as a pure observer. As you observe, you realize you're not the body. You're not the mind. You're only the observer. That is the nature of the soul. Whenever you're ready to come out of this session, probably you could be there for a little longer, but we have already exceeded time. Take a deep breath in and bend at the knees and place both the feet close towards your buttocks. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently turn on to one side, either side. Whichever side you're tilted on, the opposite hand, raise it, whichever side you're tilted on, that hand, raise it up towards your head, and you can place your head onto your biceps. In the next step, take another deep breath in and slowly come up and be seated. So with that, we end the session, but the whole point of the session was how to do Hatha Yoga practices, the slow way in which the principles that are involved and what is required to prevent any injuries and why we do them. Any questions, feel free to unmute and ask.
This part by part relaxation is very, very relaxing. Very,
I
very
know.
relaxing.
I know. And in fact, the Hatha Yoga requirement is that there has to be some form of deep relaxation in the end. Only then you get the benefits of it.
We did after a long time.
Yeah.
Dr. Narayan, Thank
Yes.
you so much for coming, at least on weekends, and reviewing some of these things. It's very nice of you. I know you're very busy. On Bhastrika, should we do one round of Bhastrika in the beginning of the Hatha Yoga, or the way we do it in the end? Which is better?
Okay. Kapalbhati is better than Bhastrika in the beginning for a very important reason. You're talking of how to energize and warm up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The thing is basically, Bhastrika, if there is imbalance in the system, Bhastrika will increase the imbalance. Therefore, Bhastrika is always appropriate towards the end of the practice when there is balance in the system. So, Kapalabhati is a better warm-up practice in the beginning.
You mentioned about 20 breaths, which is 2 or 3 minutes or something like
Yes,
that. Or 90.
yeah. Actually, what happens is each person breathes in a different way, in their own relaxed way. And it could range anywhere from like 6 to 12 breaths for different people. So when you do it as 20 breaths, it can range anywhere from 1.5 minutes to 3 minutes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dr. Rajan, I have a question about chakra vibration.
Yes.
Does it make a difference if you do it high pitch voice or low pitch?
I think you're talking of volume, not pitch, right?
No, it's like for the at the end of the thing when you do Om, you were in the low pitch voice, and other ones you were doing in high pitch. So is it that's the way it should be done, or any doesn't matter?
Okay. What will happen is, as the chakra clears and as the nadis are more resonating, it will automatically drift towards the high pitch.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And remember, everything in yoga, follow the cue within your system. So in other words, you are the best guide for yourself, what is right, and never ever strain. That is the most important requirement.
And also today you did spend more time on the lower chakra. Was that and not so much on the upper ones? Is that the
See, the lower chakras, the lower 3 chakras, the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and the Manipura, are the ones that have greater control on the physical body. The Anahata, Vishuddhi, and the Agnya Chakra, the Sahasrara, all of these are more connected into the mental and spiritual domain. So what happened is, today I didn't do it in because I wanted to do this or that. What happened is, I only sense for the group till clearing happens. And what I suspect is, because in the morning your muscles were tight, the chakras needed to be done longer in order to give you that warm up and to loosen stimulate the flow of blood in those areas to loosen the muscles. Did you feel a difference after the chakra vibration, that you felt a little looser in the muscles too?
I think so. I'm not sure about that, but it felt better. But it was like too many times. I noticed that you were doing it too many times. So lower 3 chakras, you spent a lot more time.
That is right. And particularly the Manipura, I spent a lot more time.
Right. Yeah.
And because that is where this has the effect of a degree of warm up also.
Yeah, that feels warm. That does feel warm. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
In chakra vibration, you said you have a group, you have to see the groups, doing the group together.
Yeah. I connect into the group consciousness to see what seems to be the cleansing. In chakra vibration, remember, we did it on January 1st. The goal of it is, whichever chakra you're focused on, you do it as many times till the vibration, the resonance of it lifts higher and higher and goes to the top of the head, right? So that is why each day it can be different, and we are focused on the group consciousness when we do it.
But if you haven't seen the people, like on Zoom party, we see only few people see, others are video is off. So how can you visualize those people in your mind? Right now, what you see from the Zoom, whatever see, we visualize all them going in, but people somehow video is not on. We just see the name. We don't see that.
See, you don't need videos to know people. In fact, what it is if I think of the whole world, I can feel the whole world inside me.
Okay.
See, what it is it is only the thought in the mind. The visual is not needed. If you mentally say all the people who are in this session, let them all be inside me and let me be part of the group consciousness, it will automatically take you there. It's all in the mind.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Yes, go ahead, Tammy.
I was wondering, and chakra vibrations, when we notice that it's taking longer in a chakra, with focusing, like when we realize that, wait, this is taking longer, and if we focused on the chakra that we were working on, would that help move us quicker to finish the chakra vibrations in that area?
That's what we have been doing all along.
Yeah, some people, I see myself sometimes, not some people, thinking
When
about,
you do chakra vibration, you have to focus on that chakra alone.
so it's a reminder to go back to the focus on the chakra. Yes.
Okay.
And this is really great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, namaste everyone.
You'll be here
Namaste.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow, and tomorrow's focus will be on pranayama.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Namaste.
Thank you
Namaste.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you all tomorrow.
Evening session, you also doing the same thing?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Today we'll skip the discussion of our or do you want to do? I don't know, because it's already time. So maybe we can continue. Kumar, what do you think? All right, tomorrow we'll do tomorrow.
Thank you so much and have a blessed weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.